Try to do my best to explain. What you're seeing here is Modern Warfare. No, I just. If you guys have played Advanced Warfare, you guys get it. You get it. Anywho, um, where do I begin? So I guess you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and mix this with my initial reactions or reviews for Black Ops Blackout and a couple of other things I came across. So as you know, I have spoken before that I unsubbed some time ago from Exclusive Ace and some of the other content creators out there like Blame Truth, Neurocinema, and a few others out there, right? And I came across a recommendation, which was Exclusive Ace's video, and he talked about how, I guess, his thoughts about the leaks and things like that, people leaking or data mining information with the next Call of Duty, or maybe the features and modes we may expect, therefore leading Ghost of Hope at the time um, receiving a cease and desist, along with Who's Reality or UK Reality as well, no longer leaking information and stuff like that prior to the development of in release of Call of Duty in any capacity, not just Treyarch, not just Infinity Ward, but across the board. And I understand the timing is that he did say, or Ghost of Hope did say something along the lines of how or what to expect, like, Modern Warfare 4 would play very closely to Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2, which, in my opinion, I really don't care. If it plays like Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2, then I don't really have a big deal because I still found enjoyment in it. It's the way that it plays, sure, it might be a little different, sure, but I'll tell you this much. I would rather play something that consistently evolves and changes rather than something that doesn't. And I'm looking at Treyarch. I'm looking at Black Ops 6 to Black Ops 7. I'm looking at Black Ops 2 to Black Ops 3. I'm looking at Black Ops 4 to Black Ops... Very little has actually changed within Treyarch titles, if you know what I mean. Whereas at least Infinity Ward tries something new. I think the last time Treyarch tried something new was obviously Omni Movement. But prior to that, the last time they did anything new was wall running. So Treyarch did something new with wall running. Infinity Ward perfected Infinite Warfare. Advanced Warfare started. And one thing I will say is this. Because the fact that we have server issues, mind you, it wasn't my internet, it wasn't my game. I don't know if it's a peer-to-peer thing, or dedicated servers, or predictive servers. Again, I'll probably talk about predictive servers in another video. But the fact that we have server issues like this, mind you, at a 46 latency in 2026, in the year of 2026, something is vastly wrong. I don't know if it's lack of players or someone, backed out or something like that. But when we're having issues like this should not be happening in the next Call of Duty. But this also implies that Modern Warfare 2 is still interconnected server side with all of the rest of the Call of Duties, which makes sense, right? If let's say if Black Ops Blackout is pushing an update, it makes sense that we're having an issue. So this needs to be addressed. This should happen less and less and less and less. And I hope come Modern Warfare 4, we don't see this anymore. One of the other things, too, that Exclusive Ace had mentioned within his video was that, it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a double-edged sword when it comes down to leaking information. One of the things I will say to that is that no more. Because when I think of it in a sense of why should you be told information, regardless if it's true or not, to get you hyped up or otherwise, because this just pushes hate. Mind you, Modern Warfare 2 was deemed as the worst Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 3 was better than Call of Duty, according to pretty much the community, I'm guessing. I found enjoyment in all Call of Duties, despite my disgruntledness and hating everything Treyarch, because World at War played like Modern Warfare 2. People said the original Modern Warfare 2 was better than Modern Warfare 3, but it plays like an old game, World at War. I don't find that fun. I couldn't distinguish the two because it played the same, it ran on the same engine. But then you have a studio who brings forth Modern Warfare 2019 and does a beautiful job. Graphic fidelity, and mind you, I'm on PlayStation 5, and this is a PS4 and PC game, an Xbox One game, like older generational game. And I'm telling you, the attention to detail, the graphical fidelity, as far as choices given to the players, is phenomenal, and the creativity is great. I mean, Infinite Warfare, for example, played nothing like Black Ops 3. And to be honest, I expected Treyarch, especially with Black Ops 3, to play like Infinite Warfare, and it doesn't. The simple fact, as far as like the smoothness, hit detection, and things like that, like player options, that's what I look forward to in a Call of Duty, specifically with the Infinity Ward Call of Duty. At face value, and this is one of the gripes that Exclusive Ace had mentioned, that he wasn't too keen about the fact that their perks are on a timer. I get that. If you do not like it, go play an older game at the time that this released. If you do not like it, go get your ass into another game. Okay? And I know it sounds like I'm being ranting or hateful, but it's tiring. It's so tiring to hear content creators bitch, moan, and complain about something that they have no control over. And mind you, it wasn't long ago, and I did come across Call of Shame's video implying, or at least implying, but then also proving that RuPaul's the streamer. I guess I don't watch the guy. I think he's kind of annoying with either that or he smokes too much or he has ADHD or something like that. He had influence with Black Ops Blackout. In another game, Call of Duty Ghost. Apparently, these two in tandem, a title from 2013 to 2016, everybody hated it. But then people hated something from 2019, but still managed to play it. It brought a lot of people back during the lockdown. And then when I look at it, when I go back and play these games, mind you, when I played this match in Call of Duty Ghost, dude, people were on their mics, people were playing. Now, my first match was, I think there was like a server delay. But after I got in the groove and reminded myself how to play this game, it was fun. Sure, we lost, but the point of the matter is, did you have fun? The answer is yes. I typically find enjoyment in all aspects of video games. I'm a gamer. I like FPS, I like Call of Duty predominantly, sure, but I would prefer something that I can expect to, come across something new and then still perform well. I mean, it's for aiming and shooting, hip firing, aiming down sights, it's not that hard, whether it be on a mouse or an analog stick. There's nothing complicated about this because the formula is there. The creativity is what I look forward to. And one of the main things that I've noticed when it comes down to Infinity Ward, they always do something different, whereas Treyarch doesn't. And in the beginning of the video, I pointed this out. When was the last time we had a new mode, and I mean a new mode, something like DMZ, other than Endgame, which is the first time they've ever done something different like this? I think the other time of that outside of that was not Outlast, Outbreak. Outbreak back in Cold War. But mind you, that wasn't Treyarch. Treyarch didn't do Outbreak in Cold War. That was Sledgehammer Games. So in my mind, I'm trying to understand what does Treyarch bring to the table that Infinity Ward doesn't, but when it comes down to Infinity Ward, everybody and their mother, their dog, their cousin, their next door neighbor, I mean the aunt that lives beside them, why do people hate it? Like, you can hate Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2, like Blame Truth, Nero Cinema, Exclusive Ace, Ink Slasher, I mean, Simon, Be Critical, they hate it. Usually, and I mean, if you're a gamer, you're a gamer. You enjoy games, right? That you're supposed to do, regardless if you hate the choice. If you hate the choices, the development choices of a Call of Duty title, get your ass a job application, and please do yourself a favor and do me a favor and stop being on YouTube, stop bitching and blaming on YouTube for the sake of content, and please go apply to be a developer at one of the Call of Duty studios. Matter of fact, they're all intertwined, so go to Microsoft and see what you can bring to the table. Be the change you want to see, by all means. Now, circling back to the whole leaker situation, I approve. Ghost of Hope, UK Reality should not be leaking any or data mining any information that ruins the enjoyment or hype for the next Call of Duty. I welcome that. And from my understanding, they're not doing it anymore. Good. That's very good. You might be saying, why? Because I like games. I like anticipating something new. I want to hop into something new without having a pre-expected meditation, either to be overhyped or disappointed, right? If Ghost of Hope were to tell me that, hey, by the way, perks are going to be back on a timer, that doesn't faze me, but it will affect the impression before the game releases to another person. This doesn't mean that, the developers of Call of Duty or Infinity Ward at the time would change their mind. It doesn't mean that. But I appreciate a developer who sticks to what they believe in. Remember, they're making a game they want to make. And then they will adjust the game based on feedback. Like, let's not get it twisted. And the other thing, too, is I pointed it out. I want Call of Duty content creators to be more creative. Like, here's the thing, and I've seen it before. Here, the wish list of what they would hope to see in the next Call of Duty. That, to me, is amazing. Now, if you're going to talk about leaks and this and rumors and unofficial information that came down third party, that's horrible content. Otherwise, you're not doing it yourself. You're taking something from somebody else and using this content. To me, that's scummy. Number one, and number two, it's just laziness. Oh, gee, thank you for showing me a video about someone else leaking unofficial information that has not been confirmed officially, and then you want to milk that for views. Ink Slasher has done it. Nero Cinema has done it. Blame Truth has done it. Exclusive Ace has done it. And to me, it's poor content. Because once you start, if you're subscribed to all of them, everyone's talking about it. And to me, it's like, can you guys do something new? Can you do something more creative? Here's what I'd like from Nero Cinema, because he does it, and I believe Exclusive Ace does it. Here's what I'd like to see, like a wish list. I think Nero Cinema does Dear Activision or Dear So-and-so. I like that. And for me, I welcome that. I welcome that level of creativity because it actually gets a person to think. And maybe, just maybe, hey, the developers might see it. And that's great. And then whatever happens when they release the game, accept it for what it is. Sure, it doesn't mean you shouldn't have critical feedback or feedback in general. It just means let the developers cook. Let them make the game they want to make. And then if it's necessary, make suggestions. Here is what I would do. Here is how I would change it, and let's try and see. Let's see how it goes. And mind you, the developers have always been communicative. The problem is that the Call of Duty community has actually shut them out of either they've received death threats from the developers themselves, or they just stopped talking. What is the point of talking to a community that hates their guts? Do you understand? Like, are we forgetting that Blame Truth, out of all content creators, literally, we had an Infinity Ward community manager, Ashton Williams. Are we forgetting what Blame Truth did to Ashton Williams at the time? She bitch don't speak. Are we really forgetting this? This era of the way that the community used to be, or semi still is. Again, no one better to deny, but it's like you guys want them to communicate, but they've been doing this in different ways, from podcasts to Call of Duty Next to updates to trailers to comment sections. I mean, there's only so much they can do. But in the same vein, we're in a time where we always want something to cater for ourselves, but we never want to just enjoy something new. At one point in time, every Call of Duty title was new. So let's embrace the new, let's embrace something different, and if something can be improved or changed, let's bring that forth in the form of a video or feedback or comment section. If we really do want to see the change in the games that we play, there's nothing wrong with that. Same thing with Marathon, same thing with Arc Raiders. And then maybe, just maybe, developers will tell us back why they did what they did. And one of the main thing is that I've noticed in all these other older Call of Duties, everyone has a mic. Everyone does. Not every game. But the simple fact that I can find a game in all of these old Call of Duties tells me exactly what I need to know. These games are alive and well in some capacity, and people find enjoyment regardless of what content creators